Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's U.S. End-of-Week Deep Dive, covering market moves in indexes, sectors, stocks, and global markets. The week ending Friday, April 17th, 2026 saw significant changes across the board. Kicking things off, I'm Max Profit. U.S. stocks saw significant gains. The S&P 500 index closed at 7,126.5, up 309.15 points or 4.5%, marking a new all-time high. The Dow 30 index also rose by 1,530.86 points to end at 49,447.44. The Nasdaq Composite Index surged 6.8%, closing at 24,468.48, driven by strong upward volatility. The stock market breadth this week has been positive, with more advances than declines. The S&P 500 index had 296 advances versus 194 declines. Similarly, the Russell 2000 index saw 1,499 advances, marking a strong breadth for small caps. Overall, advances dominated across major indexes. Analyzing returns, the Nasdaq Composite Index led with a 6.8% one-week total return, showcasing robust performance. The S&P 500 Index posted a 4.5% gain, while the S&P 400 Mid-Cap Index returned 3.5% over the week. All indexes are showcasing positive momentum. Looking at long-term performance, the Nasdaq Composite Index stands out with a 173.45% 10-year ARR. The S&P 500 Index offers a stable long-term gain of 130.93%. The Dow 30 Index shows a consistent upward trend with a solid 106.91% 10-year return.
Checking out best and worst performing equities, I'm Penny Stock. This week, Triller surged to a close of 39 cents, gaining 32 cents, a massive 522.2%. Real Messenger also shined with a 477.2% increase, closing at 2.71. Allbirds closed at 10.80, with a remarkable leap of 351.8%, marking an all-time lower close recently. In terms of weekly returns, Triller leads with a total return of 522.2%. Real Messenger follows with an impressive 477.2% weekly return. Allbirds posts a strong 351.8% return. Notably, Energy Focus, breaking out from sideways trading, shows a weekly return of 229.4%. Looking at annual trends, Energy Focus tops with a 260.56% ARR, highlighting strong upward movement. ON Semiconductor shows 139.64%, maintaining momentum. However, Coinbase Global presents mixed performance over a 10-year trajectory, restricted data limits long-term assessment. Among the big caps, Oracle shines with a closing price of 175.6, climbing 36.97 or 26.7%. Coinbase Global follows, rising 22.9% to 206.33. ON Semiconductor records a significant milestone, a new one-year higher close, reaching 83.1 with a 20.9% gain. The top big cap stock this week by total return is Oracle, with a weekly increase of 26.7%. Following closely, Coinbase Global posts a gain of 22.9%. Notably, ON Semiconductor shows consecutive weekly increases, maintaining strong performance with a 20.9% rise. Evaluating annual returns, ON Semiconductor stands out with a robust 239.84% over 10 years. Meanwhile, Oracle maintains a steady climb, presenting 15.61% annual growth. DoorDash exhibits a varied return landscape over different periods due to fluctuating trends. On the downturn, Cheetah Net supply chain service plunged to 10 cents, losing 1.35, marking a 93.4% decrease. Similarly, LZ Technology Holdings dropped significantly, closing at 17 cents with an 85.8% decline. Aspire Biopharma and QVC also recorded new all-time lows. For daily total returns, Cheetah Net Supply Chain Service reports a dramatic minus 93.4% decline. Close behind, LZ Technology Holdings and Aspire Biopharma suffer significant losses of 85.8% and 74.5% respectively. These stocks highlight a challenging trend towards lower valuations. Major declines were evident in the worst-performing stocks this week. Cheetah Net Supply Chain Service plummeted to a close of 10 cents, down 93.4%, hitting a new all-time low. DIH Holdings, U.S., Inc. closed nearly worthless at less than 1 cent, marking a 90% decrease. Significant downward trends were observed across all these stocks. Among large-cap stocks, losses continue to mount. CarMax dropped by 12.5%, closing at 40.88, showcasing a very strong negative trend. LyondellBasell followed, falling 10.1% to 66.27, with consistent declines over 3 weeks. Each of these maintains a mixed trend with varying degrees of volatility. Looking at the weekly returns, substantial losses are clear in big-cap names. CarMax ended the week with a 12.5% drop, while Dow shed 8.7%. Mixed positive trends exist, yet struggle against ongoing downturns, marking a tricky landscape for these large players. In the longer-term view, APA shows mixed signals with a current 7.4% decline, but a robust positive one-year return of 121.85%. Meanwhile, Coterra Energy remains down with a 7.5% drop this week, despite a positive 3-year total return.
And now onto U.S. sector performance. The technology sector led with an impressive weekly close at 5,952.65, rising by 445.32. It recorded a strong positive trend with upward volatility and has closed up for 3 consecutive weeks. The technology sector showed a robust advance with 586 weekly advances against 75 declines, supported by its strong positive trend. Other sectors also showed notable weekly gains and advances over declines. Weekly returns were noteworthy across sectors. The technology sector had a total return close to 8%, and similarly impactful gains were observed in the consumer cyclical and communication services sectors. Examining longer-term performance, the technology sector has a robust 232.5% 10-year annual return. The consumer cyclical and communication services sectors also show healthy double-digit growth over the decade.
Let's delve into the technology sector, where the spotlight is on leading stocks. Oracle showed an impressive close of 175.6, jumping 36.97, a 26.7% leap. ON Semiconductor followed suit, closing at 83.1, with a notable rise of 14.36, marking a new one-year higher close and a strong positive trend. Now, focusing on total and daily returns, Datadog surged by 20.1% over the week, exemplifying a mixed trend. Similarly, Cadence Design Systems enjoyed a 17% hike in its weekly total return, demonstrating strong upward volatility. In terms of long-term performance, ServiceNow experienced a significant annual rate of return over the past 10 years, suggesting long-term growth potential despite its recent one-year lower close, recorded on April 10th at 83.
The energy sector ended the week down, dropping 30.77 points to a close of 842.99, marking a 3.5% decline. It's faced downward pressure for 3 weeks in a row, although it shows a mixed positive trend. Meanwhile, the utilities sector also fell, closing at 469.5, a decrease of 8.7 points or 1.6%, exhibiting similar mixed trends. Market breadth shows some divergence in worst-performing sectors. The energy sector witnessed 91-day declines versus 56 advances, aligning with a 3-week downward streak. Conversely, the basic materials sector saw more advances with 152, while experiencing overall weakness. Mixed trends continued across these sectors. In terms of returns, the energy sector posted a week-long total return of -3.52%, while its month-to-date return continued its downturn at -10.63%. In contrast, the basic materials sector shows slightly better results for the month, with a promising 4.29% total return, despite going flat for 3 days. Over the long term, annual returns for these sectors show disparities. Over 10 years, the energy sector achieved an ARR of 5.9%, trailing the basic materials sector with 8.5%. Healthcare sector remains resilient, with a decade-long annual return of 7.91%.
In the U.S. energy sector, stocks saw a downward shift. Coterra Energy, APA, Devon Energy, Occidental Petroleum, and Valero Energy all closed lower for the week, marking their third consecutive weekly decline. Both Apache and Occidental broke downward after preceding sideways movement. Trailing returns in the U.S. energy sector reveal significant dips across a 1-week time frame. APA recorded a notably higher year-to-date return compared to its 1-week performance. Meanwhile, Valero Energy stands out with the highest year-to-date return, despite recent declines. Examining the longer-term performance, Valero Energy showcases the highest gains over a decade, with an impressive ARR of 14.15%. On the other hand, Occidental Petroleum shows negative returns over a 10-year period, highlighting mixed trends in this sector.
Thanks for watching. I'm Max Profit, along with my AI co-host Penny Stock. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency, and commodities. Thanks for watching.